Imagine never letting anyone make you feel inferior again. Eleanor Roosevelt's powerful quote, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent," teaches us how to own our self-worth. Stick around to learn practical steps to build unshakable confidence and stop giving others the power over how you feel. Eleanor Roosevelt, one of the most influential women in American history, served as First Lady of the United States during one of the country's most difficult times. She was an advocate for human rights, a powerful speaker, and a symbol of inner resilience. Her statement, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent," encourages us to recognize that our self-worth is ours alone to define. By understanding this, we can develop resilience against criticism and lead a life of unshakable confidence. Roosevelt's message is that our feelings of inferiority are often a product of our own perception and willingness to accept others' opinions. By recognizing that we control our emotional response, we gain the power to let go of negativity from external sources. Researchers in psychology have long studied self-worth, confidence, and the effects of external criticism on our sense of self. Studies show that self-esteem can be influenced by social acceptance and feedback, but individuals who develop a strong internal sense of self are less impacted by negative feedback. This is a concept called internal locus of control, which means that people who believe they control their own fate tend to be more resilient and confident. Think of athletes like Serena Williams. Despite criticism and external pressures, she demonstrates an unshakable sense of self-worth and focus, proving that her belief in herself outweighs any negativity from outside. Her story is an example of choosing not to internalize others' opinions, which has allowed her to excel. Giving consent, how we control our responses. Eleanor's quote highlights the idea of consent in the emotional sense. When we give consent to negative opinions, we allow them to influence our self-perception. However, when we recognize our power to reject others' judgments, we strengthen our inner resilience. Imagine receiving criticism at work. Instead of accepting it at face value, analyze whether it aligns with your goals or values. If it doesn't, you can mentally choose to not consent to it, maintaining your confidence. Breaking down the elements of inferiority and self-worth. Feeling inferior often stems from comparison, lack of self-acceptance, or low self-esteem. When we place our worth in others' hands, we give them control over our emotions. We'll explore how to shift from external validation to internal validation and become our own source of self-respect. Practical steps to strengthen your self-worth. 1. Set personal standards. Define what's important to you, what your values are, and what success looks like on your terms. When you rely on your own standards, you're less affected by others' opinions. 2. Practice self-affirmation. Daily affirmations can reframe your thinking, helping you focus on strengths rather than weaknesses. 3. Develop selective listening. Choose which feedback to take to heart and which to dismiss. Constructive feedback can be beneficial, but negative or unconstructive criticism doesn't need your consent to affect you. Studies in neuroscience show that positive self-talk activates areas in the brain associated with reward and reduces stress responses, supporting the idea that regular self-affirmation helps build resilience. How boundaries protect your self-worth. Setting boundaries with others, especially those who bring negativity, protects your inner peace. Boundaries are about respecting yourself and reinforcing your decision not to allow others to dictate your self-worth. Imagine someone constantly making disparaging remarks. By setting boundaries with them, whether it's limiting interactions or directly addressing the behavior, you communicate that you don't accept this treatment. Transforming criticism into growth. Instead of viewing criticism as a threat to your self-esteem, you can choose to use it as an opportunity for growth. This approach shifts your mindset from feeling attacked to learning and evolving. Consider artists who face public reviews. Many successful artists view feedback as part of the learning process, which allows them to refine their craft without letting criticism define them. Building resilience through self-reflection. Self-reflection helps you understand your worth and reminds you that no one else defines who you are. Spend time reflecting on your accomplishments, qualities, and values to reinforce your inner strength. Create a journal of achievements and qualities you're proud of. Revisiting these moments regularly can serve as a confidence boost, especially when facing negativity. Recapping key takeaways. 1. Self-worth is something we control. It's not defined by others. 2. Giving or withholding consent to opinions is within our power. 3. Wielding self-esteem involves setting personal standards, affirming ourselves, and creating boundaries. 4. Constructive criticism can be a tool for growth, while unhelpful negativity should be dismissed. 5. Reflecting on your strengths and values reinforces your inner resilience. Remember, your self-worth belongs to you, and you alone decide who and what influences it. By following Eleanor Roosevelt's wisdom, you can build a life of confidence and inner strength. If this discussion resonated with you, subscribe for more empowering content. Let us know in the comments, what strategies do you use to protect your self-worth? Don't forget to like the video and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future content that inspires personal growth and confidence.